Hello everyone and welcome back to Skyrim. It's been a while since I last recorded, so I might be slightly confused at times. Anyways, remember last time I said I was going to sell some stuff, which I did, which actually gave me a level up from Speechcraft. So I think I will increase Magicka again. Eventually I will need to branch out into spells at least a bit, so don't have much choice there. Let me just see what I can get for stealth here. Silent roll. Okay, sprinting while sneaking. Walking and running does not... Now, to be honest, I don't feel too fondly about the final perks in sneaking, so let's check archery, because I think there was something fairly useful here. Arrows stagger all but the largest opponents 50% of the time, which I will actually take. It seems useful to me. And now that that's out the way, I will go out to Whiterun. Because if you remember, we saved that priest last time. So we have some quests now that we can do in Markarth. We've still got that Forsworn conspiracy thing. And yeah, that priest who we were supposed to get to the shrine of Molag Baal. And I still have no trouble whatsoever serving a Dietrich Lord. Okay, that took a while. And I think... Are you a courier? You're supposed to give me something.
Nope, sorry. Nothing.
Fairly certain this is some kind of glitch, but can't be helped.
Nope, sorry.
Nothing. Yeah, basically he, well, couriers appear when they've got messages for you, so I don't think they spawn otherwise. But, well, doesn't really matter, I guess. So, let's go to Markarth. Harmeos Mora is the Dietrich Prince of Fate, Knowledge and Memory. In his rare dealings with mortals, he often chooses to appear as a grotesque mass of tentacles. Okay. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that name wrong, by the way. The Thieves Guild has a strong presence in the city of Riften, and has been known to recruit those gifted in the art of stealth. I kind of am, but I'm more of a murderer than a thief, really. Okay, there's a reason I showed my my arrival here. Because, yes, it happened again. Something fairly interesting happens here. My frame rate is fairly low at the moment, and I don't know why, but there's a vampire attack here.
I'll get you.
Which means probably didn't want that. Sadly, it's a bit difficult to determine who is who, really. So I can't do too much. But there were a few vampires here, which is nice, because firstly they've got some nice stuff, and because it's interesting. Now, I have no idea why my frame rate is so low. It's like, it's fine now, but it keeps dropping down to 20, maybe even 15, which shouldn't be because of my computer. Yeah.
There's no shipments coming in, so I do nothing.
Yeah, this machine is definitely capable of handling Skyrim.
If a vampire so much as scratches you, you'll turn into one.
Still, it's kind of confusing.
Give me some meat, you fat Nord.
What did you say to me, Reachman?
I said give me some meat.
Okay, anyways, let's try and find that abandoned... I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Let's try and find the abandoned house. Which is, if I remember correctly, somewhere up this path and then to the right. I think it's that one, yeah.
And a murder over in Riften. Some old lady who runs an orphanage.
Yes, some random old lady who runs an orphanage was killed. I've got no idea what that would be about. Let's not talk about that. Hello, priest person. Oh. Yes, well, I'm sure he's meant to say something, but apparently he didn't. You see, now my frame rate's back up to 60, so... I mean, I am indoors, but still, it's kind of strange. Oh well, he's about to meet our Dark Master. Well, one of them.
Molag Bal, you think you can best Boethiah's faithful? I have won this contest before.
Ah, but I have my own champion this time, Logrolf.
What? You?
Mortal, I give you my mace in all its rusted spitefulness. Crush the spirit from Logrolf's bones. Make him bend to me.
Okay.
I'll never submit. Do your worst, monster. Hey! Do your worst, monster.
I'm not very good at one-handed fighting, just saying. But as Molag Bal said, we're supposed to subdue this guy. And I think if we actually kill him, he will revive the guy and tell us to do it again.
You mortals with your frail, limp, pathetic bodies. Try it again.
So, yeah, this time I can...
Never should have come. I won't surrender.
Yes, you will. And this actually increases my one-handed skill.
I won't surrender. Call that enough. No more. No more. I submit, Molag Bal. I submit.
You bend to me.
Yes.
You pledge your soul to me.
Yes.
You forsake the weak and pitiful Boethia.
Yes.
You're mine now, Logrolf. Kill him.
Okay.
No. Not again. What was that?
An arrow into your backside.
The mace of Molag Bal. I give you its true power, mortal. When your enemies lie broken and bloody before you, know that I will be watching.
Thank you, Lord Molag Bal.
Now, I have a soul in oblivion that needs claiming. Take care of the house while I'm gone.
I do have to say I like this guy's sense of humor. So he gave us this Mace of Molag Bal. Okay, that was not. So let's check it out. Mace of Molag Bal does 25 points of stamina damage and 25 points of magicka damage. And the target fills a soul gem if it dies. So this is actually a very strong mace. Sadly, I don't use maces. So let's get back out of here. We helped the guy. Well, by the guy I mean we helped the Diedrich Lord Molag Bal. The priest is not quite so lucky. Not only did we kill him, but his soul in Oblivion now belongs to a Diedrich Lord. Which probably isn't very funny. Well, it is for me, but not for the guy. But yeah, next, for the Forsworn conspiracy, we found out about that woman who was staying in the inn. But there was someone else we were supposed to find out about. I think it's something out here which, I don't know, somehow causes the lag. Something about probably all the water and stuff and the sounds being rendered. I don't know. It might be similar to the problem in Minecraft where too many chicken cause lag. Maybe it's something like this. It used to be fine,
Trust
but...
you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Hello, Garvey.
The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want?
Do you know Waylon?
Oh yes. I know everyone who sleeps in the Warrens. Kind of the one who passes the keys around. I guess someone else will be taking his room now.
I need the key to Waylon's room.
Sorry, but you don't exactly belong here.
It's important, trust me.
Trust is hard to come by here. But alright.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So this is kind of like a slum where all the sick and poor people live.
You don't
and,
want to be here.
well, we
No one wants
can't
to.
really help them, I'm afraid. So into Waylon's room we go. And here we take Waylon's note. The rest would be stealing, and I don't really feel like doing that, so... Items, books, Waylon's note. Waylon, you've been chosen to strike fear in the heart of the Nords. Go to the market tomorrow, you will know what to do. N. So now I guess it's time to find out who N is. And there's also a long, boring fight coming up. Well, maybe not boring, but not exactly quick. Since this is still part of what I
You've
played.
been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson.
I don't listen to threats.
You'll listen to this. Come on, let's see what you made.
You see, the problem is I don't do much damage to this guy. Maybe it's because I simply don't have the correct perks, or I'm not very good at weaponless fighting. I know if you equip lots of heavy armor, and there's a perk for heavy armor which allows you to basically deal more damage with your fists, according to how well your glove armor, well, how well your gloves are, basically. And that would help in this fight. But I don't have that, so I've got to punch him down slowly. Now I do more damage to him than he does to me. So it's not like I'm going to lose, but it's not very interesting. And that sentence earlier didn't make much sense about the heavy armor skill, so... Basically, there's a heavy armor skill, or perk, which, if you're not fighting with a weapon, it counts the armor value of your gauntlets as your fist strength. Or it adds to it, or something like that, so... Hey Tristan, I just beat you up.
Mangy piece of pit bait.
Talk, or I'll send you to the gods.
I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders. He told me to make sure you didn't get in the way. That's all I know, I swear.
So, let's find this Nepos the Nose. I think he's up here somewhere. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. He might be anyway. I still maintain that the city is way too confusing, and I'm sure the people who live here use maps.
Sending your hounds? You smell like a wet dog.
Oh, don't worry about me and the smell of wet dog. Probably you don't want to inquire too much. Oh, juniper. I have to say, during my first and second playthrough, I didn't find a single one of those juniper trees. Even though they're not actually that rare by the looks of it. Oh, this is the Hall of the Dead, I remember. Not the place I wanted to go. Local map L. Hall of the Dead. I need to convince someone to follow me. Kill the spider thing. Find evidence about Nepos. So that's actually the other side of the city. See what I mean about being confused and lost at all times? It's kind of strange. Now I'm back up to 30 FPS and quite stable too. Can I survive? I can indeed. Very good.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Yeah, there's no acrobatics or anything like that in this game. unlike in Oblivion, which would help you take less fall damage or something like that. Okay, let's open the door to Nepper's house. What I do now might seem slightly crass. And the game has slightly frozen. I'm hoping it's not entirely frozen, but yeah, it seems to still be alive. Good, good, good. Now this person doesn't see me, which is very good.
Is someone there?
Because eventually they would fight me anyways.
No more. I yield.
Yes, indeed, you yield.
I may be older, but I can.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to just save you from some of the trouble, I guess.
Enough! This ends now.
Actually, what I'll do, because I just remembered, they will fight me anyway, so that's going to happen, but I forgot that there's a bit of a conversation which you would miss otherwise, and so I'm sorry for that, but I want to show you that.
Excuse me. What's your business here?
I'm here to see Nepos.
We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send him in.
So, and by the way, if you're confused about his nickname,
You heard him?
open your eyes.
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want?
You sent that thug after me.
Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years, sending the young to their deaths, all in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired.
Who's behind all this?
My king, Molag. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question.
Why are you telling me all this?
My dear boy, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a Forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last.
Okay, who's Madanach?
He is the king in rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick.
You mentioned an uprising.
My dear boy, you were seen. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far.
Sometimes it does not.
Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the Elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but you... Come on! Yeah!
Yep. So, oh, I've still got the mace. For some reason. Okay, let's do this. I'm not very good at one-handed fighting, but I guess this is not really the right place for a bow. So now you get to see this sort of fight again. But with a different weapon, so it's a bit of a twist. I'm trying to get the woman, and I'm trying not to die. Fortify health? Yes, why not? Let's also go for restoring. These are my own homemade potions. I think the woman or maybe Nepos himself could revive the dead as zombie-ish things, so... Phew. Heal up again? Fine. There we go. I do look quite dangerous, I believe. Okay, well that's everyone dead. Okay. Yeah. This time I didn't have to fight the city guard though, which is kind of useful, I guess. But yeah, I didn't want to keep that conversation from you because it was quite interesting, I believe. Some gold, lockpicks, key. Can keep the rest. Now, we would have found his journal, which would have explained probably roughly the same stuff. But I think the conversation is probably more important or more interesting. All this would be stealing, despite the fact that I've killed the owners. Which probably makes sense, I guess. But now, there's one bit still coming up. Because we learned from Nepos that the king, or the old Forsworn king, despite being in prison, still sort of has his power, or still commands the Forsworn. Which, for obvious reasons, we don't really want to happen. Because the Forsworn are not exactly nice, killing people in the streets and such. So obviously we want to do something about that. We want to see what's up in that mine and with that king. So, we're about to have a bit of a plot twist. Oh dear, where's our informant?
This is... What is it?
We warned you, but you just had to go and cause trouble. Now you have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work.
What did you do to Eltris?
Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Madanak, until you and Eltris started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the king in rags when you're in Sidna Mine.
Fine, I'll come quietly.
You'll never see the sun again. You hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine.
No. Ha 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 ha. They can take all my equipment and all my armor. Most jails allow you to serve your time by sleeping in your cell's bed. You can also try to escape. Your equipment can be found in a personal belongings chest somewhere in the jail.
Alright, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it?
Okay. That little advice text about the prison doesn't really apply to this, because this is not a standard prison that we get thrown in for committing a crime. This is basically a prison in which actual quests and stuff happens, so I'm not sure why I see that thing, but yeah. This is not like a usual prison sentence would look. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm a little deaf in this ear.
Don't get smart with me. I'm in charge. You keep it up, I'll have your toes cut off. Alright, open her up. Now you, get down there.
Well, I will be perfectly honest. I have this little thing called werewolf powers. So, I'll remember your face. And then I'll eat it. Okay, enough creepy comments. Let's talk to this guy.
My daughter, what are you in for, new blood?
Killing a guy who asked questions.
Violent one, huh? Best keep that to yourself, new blood. Others find out, they'll consider that a challenge. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma.
Okay, a shiv?
Small blade, easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here Grisvar has a spare, if you could get him to part with it.
Okay, what are you in for?
A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran, joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Borkul the Beast.
So soft, tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh?
Soft and tender is just like you, in fact. Well. There's lots of silver ore here. And a pickaxe. I was taken... Obviously all my equipment was taken when I entered the prison. Wouldn't make much sense to leave it to me. What I will do now is... I will end this episode, and I think off-screen I will mine all the silver in this mine that I can find, because it's not interesting to watch. So, yeah, I will do that, and then I'll be back. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time with Skyrim.